Okay, let's take a look at our SCMA decimal operations test practice. For N7.2, you should be able to add, subtract, multiply, and divide decimal numbers. Question number 1. Use estimation to place the decimal point correctly in each of the following questions. So I look at question number 1, and I've got 264.5 divided by 5. So it's definitely going to get smaller, but how much smaller? Well, I'm going to estimate 264 to be about 250 divided by 5. I know the answer to that is 50, right? Because 25 divided by 5 is 5, and then I have that extra 0 on the end. So my answer has to be close to 50, so I'm going to put the decimal right there, 52.9. The next one, 0.623 times 7. Well, I'm going to estimate this to be 0.6 times 7. And 0.6 times 7 is 42, and I put the decimal in, it's about 4.2. So this number is going to have to be 4.361. I could also think about it this way. I'm taking 7 and I'm multiplying it by a number smaller than 1, so my answer has to be smaller than 7. Number 2, use the strategy of your choice to multiply 3.2 times 6. Well, I'm just going to write it out as 3.2 times 6, just normal. 6 times 2 is 12, carry up the 1. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 1 is 19. 19.2 is my answer. Number 3, without finding the answer, use estimation to place the decimal point correctly. Well, this one here is kind of like 5 times 2. 5 times 2 is 10, so this answer has to be about 10. So it's got to go here to get my answer to be about 10. This one, 6 divided by 0.6. Now we're dividing by a number smaller than 1, so our answer has to be bigger than 6. But I can also think about this question as 60 divided by 6. It's about 60 divided by 6, right? I moved the decimal over on both numbers. And 60 divided by 6 is about 10, so 10 is my answer. Next one, 3.2 plus 32 plus 0.32. Well, this is 3 plus 32, that's 35. And 35 plus a number smaller than 1 is not even going to be 36. It's still going to be about 35. So I put my decimal there. 456 subtract 65. Well, that's going to be somewhere in the 300s, right? Because 456 is like 460. This is about 60, so that's going to be 400. It's going to be lower than 400, though. So this number, and then this is taking away a very small amount. So it's going to be somewhere just short of 400. So 389.82. All right, that's page 1. Page 2. Fill in each question with a number to make each statement true without the use of a calculator. So I have to figure out what plus this number gives us this. Okay, well, first number up here that I know is 3, because 3 plus 0 is 3. Now, what number goes in here? Something plus 6 is 8. Well, that will be a 2. 2 plus 6 is 8. Now, something plus 7 is 9. That'll be another 2. 2 plus 7 is 9. All right, now, what plus 4 is 2? Well, I can't have anything plus 4 is 2, but I can have something plus 4 is 12, and that will give me my 2. So if I put an 8 here, 8 plus 4 is 12. There's my 2, then I'll carry the 1. Now, something plus 1 plus 7 will give me 3. No, I can't do that, something plus 1 plus 7 to get me 3. I have to do something plus 1 plus 7 to get me 13. So what plus 1 plus 7 will give me 13? Well, 7 plus 1 is 8, and 8 plus 5 is 13. So 5 goes in there. 1 plus 5 plus 7 is 13, and I carry the 1. And now I do 1 plus something plus 5 is 7, and that's going to be a 1. There's my answer. Now, in the other one, I have to do subtraction. So 6 subtract something is 2. So that's easy. That's a 4. Now 3 subtract what is 5? Well, I can't do 3 subtract something as 5. Right? I have to do 13 subtract something as 5. But this is a hard way to do this question. Okay, I wanted to look at a simple fact of subtraction. If I have 12 and I take away 3, I get 9. Now pretend I don't know this 3. I can do 12 take away 9 to figure out that 3. So I can do this number take away this number to give me this number right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this out and do that. 692 decimal 436 take away 521.852. Subtract. This will give me 4. Cross that out, put a 3. 13 take away 5 will give me 13 take away 5 will give me 8. Cross this 2, give me a 1. 13 take away 8 is 5. Decimal. 1 take away 1 is 0. 9 take away 2 is 7. 6 take away 5 is 1. So it's 170.584. Number 5. Place the brackets to make the statement true. So if I do 16.7 subtract 5.8, that's going to be about 10. Then 10 times 3.2 is going to give me like 32. So I can't put the brackets around these two numbers. So my only other option is to put it around these two numbers. 6 times 3 is 18. 16 take away 18 will give us a minus number. So my bracket's going to go around those two. There's only 2 choices of places to put brackets in that question. You can put it around these two numbers, or you can put it around these two numbers. Right, number 6. A pug puppy has a mass of 4.12 kilograms. A bull mastiff puppy has a mass that is 12.85 times that amount. What is the mass of the bull mastiff? So 12.85 times, so we're going to have to multiply these two numbers together. I'm going to put the 12.85 on the top and the shorter number on the bottom, 4.12. I ignore the decimals when I start multiplying. 2 times 5 is 10, carry the 1. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 1 is 17, carry the 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 2 times 1 is 2. That's my first number. My second, I put a 0 in. 1 times 5 is 5. 8, 2, 1. So that was my 1 times. Now for my 4, I put 2 zeros in. 4 times 5 is 20. Carry up a 2. 4 times 8 is 32. Plus 2 is 34. Carry the 3. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. Carry the 1. 4 times 1 is 4. Plus 1 is 5. And I get 0, 12, carry the 1, 15, 1 plus 5 is 6, 6 plus 8 is 14, carry the 1, and 4 and 8, 9, 2, 5, and 4 decimal places, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, means 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places, 52.942 kilograms. That's a lie. A bull mastiff, that wouldn't be a puppy. That'd be a full-grown bull mastiff. Number 7. Zachary went to a bookstore because he loved to collect comics. After taking a moment to pick his favorites, he decided to buy 9 comics that cost $6.45 each. How much did he pay? Well, I'm just going to multiply these two numbers, right? 9 comics each, $6.45. I put the $6.45 on top, and I multiply it by 9. 9 times 5, 45, carry the 4. 9 times 4 is 36. 36 plus 4 is 40, carry the 4. 9 times 6 is what? 54. 54 plus 4 is 58. 2 decimal places here, so 2 decimal places there. $58.05. I need a dollar sign on it because it's money. And money we always round to 2 decimal places if we have more than 2, but we don't here. We have 2 decimal places. $58.05. All right, that's page number 2. So we get page number 3. A box of 12 baseballs has a mass of 1,861.5 grams. If the empty box has a mass of 75.5 grams, what is the mass of the baseballs? Of each baseball. So here's our total mass, and here's the amount of our box. So we're going to have to minus these 2 first to get the amount of the baseballs. So I'm going to figure out the amount that the baseballs weigh. So I do 1861.5 subtract 75.5. Right, line up your place values. 5 take away 5 is 0. Decimal. 1 take away 5 can't do. Borrow. It's 11, that's 5. 11 take away 5 is 6. 5 take away 7 can't do. Borrow. 15 take away 7 is 8. 7, 1. So that's all 12 baseballs weigh this much. All of 12 baseballs weigh this much. So now we have to figure out how much one baseball weighs. So now we have to do 12. We have to see how many times 12 goes into 1786.00. Put my decimal up. 12 goes into 17 once. That's 12. Subtract, that's 5. Bring down the 8. 12 goes into 58 4 times. That's 48. Subtract, it's 10. Bring down the 6. 12 goes into 106. Well, not 10 times because that's 120. 9 times is 108. So it's actually going to be 8 times, and that's 96. We get 10. Bring down the 0. It's going to go 8 times again. That's 96. 4. Bring down the 0. That's going to now be what? 3 times. That's 36. It's going to repeat. That 3 is going to repeat. So it's about 148.83, repeating 3, grams. Make sure you have grams in it because that's how much. Number 9. Susan bought 2 items she needed to fix her desk at a total cost of $28.56 before tax. One item cost $18.43. What was the cost of the other item? So this is going to be a subtraction question. 28 subtract 18 will be around $10 somewhere. So 28.56 subtract 18.43. Line up your decimal, line up your place values. 6 take away 3 is 3. 5 take away 4 is 1. Decimal 0. $10.13. $10.13. Remember to include the dollar sign in your answer there. Question number 10. Jesse wants to purchase 9 songs for his iPad back in the olden days when you bought songs. He wants 2 songs from the 80s, 3 songs from the 90s, and 4 songs that are current. What will his total cost be? Okay, so we have to do each one. We can do the 80s song. So 89 cents, 0.89. So this is the 80s. I shouldn't have put that there because then my carrying goes there. We times that by 2. 2 times 9 is 18. Carry up the 1. 2 times 8 is 16. That's 17. Carry up the 1. 2 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1. $1.78 for the 80s. Songs from the 80s. Do the songs from the 90s. $1.29 times 3. 27. Carry the 2. 3 times 2 is 6. Plus 2 is 8. No carry. $3.87 for the songs from the 90s. Let's do the next one. Songs from the current. It's $2.39 times 4 songs. 4 times 9 is 36. Carry the 3. 12 plus 3 is 15. Carry the 1. 4 times 2 is 9. $9.56. Now we need to total all of these together. Make sure I line up my place values, 1.78, 3.87, and 9.56. Add them all up. 8 plus 6 is 14. 14 plus 7 is 21. Carry up my 2. 2 plus 8 is 10. 7 plus 5 is 12. 10 and 12 is 22. Carry up the 2. 1 plus 9 is 10. 2 plus 3 is 5. That's $15.21. Put the dollar sign in there, 15.21. Organize your work, 1 digit per box. It should look neat like this. Last page. Perform the following order of operations questions. So I need my think space over here. And I'm going to write it out step by step. So my first thing I do is I do my 3.5 plus 7.1. Now lay out your work nicely. Line up my place values. 5 plus 1 is 6. Decimal. 3 plus 7 is 10. So these two become 10.6 times 2.8. Now my next operation, I do the last one. So I'm going to do 10.6 times 2.8. 6 times 8 is 48. So it's 8. Carry the 4. 8 times 0 is 0. Plus 4 is 4. No carry. 8 times 1 is 8. Put a 0 down below. 2 times 6 is 12. Carry the 1. 2 times 0 is 0. Plus 1 is 1. 2 times 2 is 2. Add those up. 8, 6, 9, 2. 1, 2 decimal places here. So 1, 2 decimal places here. So my answer is 29.68. So I'm going to write it in here, 29.68. Notice how my think space is nicely organized. My question is nicely organized. Your work should look neat like this. Next one. I'm going to divide myself off some think space here. There's 3 operations, so there's going to be 3 questions to do, and one of them is a division question. Yuck. So what do I do first? I do my parentheses first. So 14.3 minus 2.1 is equal to, well, 3 take away 1 is 2, decimal 4, 2, 12 decimal 2. So I've got 6.2 plus 12.2 divided by 4. Right? Those two numbers became that number. Now I do my division question next. I'm going to get a different color pen so it's easy to see. 12.2 divided by 4. So I go into my think space. 4 goes into 12.2. Put the decimal up. Put a 0 after. 4 goes into 1. No times. 4 goes into 12 3 times. That's 12. Subtract it. 0. Bring down the 2. 4 goes into 2. 0 times. 0 times 4. 2. Bring down the 0. 4 goes into 20. 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. Bring down the 0. So it's 3.05. So now I get my next question is 6.2. I haven't used that up yet. Plus 3.05. So now I can do my final operation. So 6.2 plus 3.05. Line up my decimals, line up my place values. My 2 and my 0 and my tenths place values. So they line up. Add them up. 5, 2, 9, 9.25. My final answer goes down here, 9.25. There you have it. That's how you do the practice test. The real test will look very similar to this. So if you know how to do all of these questions, then you will do well on the real test. All right, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please ask.